So, how do we allow ourselves to really interact and connect to the consciousness of love? Someone asked a question, and I hope that this video series answers a lot of questions for you. And if they raise others, please put in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer them. And one of the questions that stood out to me was, why is love so overwhelming? You know, it's partly due to the vibrational resonance. It's partly due to our past experiences. It's partly due to how we interact with ourselves, how we interact with others. It's how we put our hopes and dreams in this energy, in this concept of what love is. And the concept of love is the construct, the conditional construct, the conditional thinking that has been created by the collective consciousness of, you know, the romanticism, the romanticization of it, of, you know, being married, having a relationship, having kids, you know, being a taboo of kissing your parents, on the cheek or on the forehead or even on the lips, heaven forbid. You do these things of expression of love because love just wants to be expressed. Love just wants to do certain things. And yeah, I just had a flash of a story of an experience that happened when I was a kid. And I really don't want to share this, but being 7, 8 years old, you don't know anybody. You just mimic what you see on TV. And I remember the first time I kissed my mom on the lips, and it was the most natural and unnatural thing because it's something I wanted to do, but she wasn't expecting it. And it was just me expressing myself in another way. And she looked at me and was like, "Why did you do that?" And I can't remember um, the whole thing, but I just remember how I felt. It's like I felt happy that I could do that. I felt joy that I could do that. And then later, finding out that, no, you shouldn't do that. No, that's a terrible thing. That's disgusting. You should never do that. And I'm like, mind you, I'm a kid and I don't know any better. So goes back to why is this overwhelming is because we don't know how to really interact with this energy because we are told and taught otherwise through the conditional thinking by the false evidence appearing real, the fear, instead of living in the liberation of the vibrational energy, love. And so allowing ourselves to live in that space, to really understand that space, it can be overwhelming because we have to reconstruct, redefine our thinking of what love is and how we interact with it. And if there's a fear of expression, then you have to ask yourself, how do I allow myself to recondition the way that I think, recondition the way that I act when it comes to my self-expression? And that's ultimately what it is. You have to allow yourself to do what feels right for you, do what feels good for you in incremental baby steps. And it is in that space of really understanding the joy, the liberation of the vibrational energy in this vibrational space, because that's all it is. It's this vibrational energy that is wanting to know itself in greater and greater forms, in greater and greater detail. And when we step into the higher frequency, just now as I'm speaking, I'm thinking about the energy of air, and now this wind is starting to pick up. As I talked about in the previous video, it's all about summoning. It's all about understanding the call and how the experience of the energy wants to come to you and connect to you. And that's all it is. It's about retooling, redefining your connection to this energy. And how do you define love? I want to know, put in the comments below, how do you define love? How do you define this energy? Because it simply is as it is. But it's us who puts the labels on things to try to understand it. But there's no label for love. It just is. So in the next video, I'm going to really go into the mysterious depths and really get into the aspects of what truly is the definition or the liberation of this beautiful energy called love.